creation on the planet. You are ready to regain your mental prop. We're fighting this war for our brain. Your thoughts create your income. Here's what I know. It's time for you to dream again. Creation on the planet. You are ready to regain your...
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody.
Let's start dreaming.
Let's start dreaming.
We're fighting this war for our brain. Let's start dreaming.
Hey, welcome. Latest update on Microsoft on Mac has changed the way everything looks. It's kind of cool. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's conversation. It is the 12th, I believe. I don't even know where my phone is. It is the 12th, or at least it's Thursday. And we're going to have a little bit of a conversation. So what does it take to actually make a decision that you will begin to decide for yourself? That's the conversation. And we're going to have a little dialogue about it today. What does it take to make a decision that you're going to decide for yourself? So for about the next 20 or so minutes, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to talk about goal setting, right? You've heard me say this before. Everything that you need is inside of you. We're not going to talk about time management. We're not going to talk about productivity hacks. We're going to expose one thing that's been sabotaging every one of your decisions. And it's not what you think. Wouldn't it be cool to find out what's the one thing, the one big thing that continuously over and over and over attacks my decisions I make about myself? What's the biggest, what if the biggest problem isn't that you don't know what to do, but that you don't know who is making the decision? You hear me talk about this all the time, talk about which archetype showed up. See, you make a decision to write down. When you write down your goal, when you write down your dream, when you write down your tasks, that's the success version of you. I hope I do a good enough job to get this across, because if this sinks in, if this crosses over, if you get this, everything changes. So the central question isn't what you do. The biggest challenge is you are not aware of who is making the decision to delay your success. Hold on just a second. So understanding that, let's go find out who's making the decision. And you might be surprised. You got to admit, you got to agree. You don't have to. I would offer you the choice that if you set down a goal and you set down a dream and you have the skills and the talents to begin to produce on that said goal or dream or desire, and you don't, some other version of you is making the decision to delay. So let's do a little identity audit. First question, who's really deciding? Here's a reflective question to give you an understanding of that. Think about a major decision you made. Were you deciding from fear or from faith? That's a big question. Big decision you were doing. Were you deciding from fear? Well, I need to advance in my business because I need the money. And was it out of fear or out of faith? Were you avoiding pain? Here's a big description of that. Were you avoiding pain or creating possibility? Were you protecting who you've been or choosing who you're becoming? Now, it's easy to say, no, I was doing this for possibility and who I was becoming. I kind of got to get in your face a little bit on that. If you've been struggling year after year after year after year, decade after decade after decade after decade of reaching this goal of at least somewhat less stress, less fear, freedom, how long should it take the miracle of a human to become free? So question one, think about the last major decision you made. Was you deciding from fear that you were going to go do it or from faith that you were going to become someone new? I can tell you for the majority of people, it's the first F, fear. Here's question number two. Question number two, when you make a decision, whose voice is the loudest in your head? Now, I'm going to give you some examples. I'm going to let you in on a little insight. The reason this one might seem painful to solve, painful to answer, is because of the reality that our default mode network kicks in, and we're not even sure. It just simply happens. It's a thing we default to. So when you make a decision, whose voice is loudest in your head? Your parents' expectations? Is that voice loudest? Your past failures, struggles, losses? Is that the loudest voice in your head? How about your fear of addiction to approval, your fear of being judged by others? You're not good enough. You can't do it. Or is it your future self's wisdom? That's a big one. When you make a decision, whose voice is loudest in your head? If you go through these questions, here's what I can promise you. I can promise you that you will see things in a new way, that you can do things in a new way, and that you can advance rapidly to places you've never been before, that you've only dreamed about or written on paper. These questions are that powerful. They're designed to be that powerful. Next question. What version of yourself are you consulting with when you make choices? You know how companies hire consultants? You know what the definition of a consultant is? Somebody who gets paid a lot of money to inform the person so they will never make the decision. How do I know that? Because I was a consultant for many years, still am. And people will pay me a lot of money to hear the truth and then choose not to use it. So my question to you is, what version of yourself are you consulting with? Is it your child version, your adult version, your married version, your single version, your broken version, when you decide to make choices? Which version of yourself are you consulting when you make your choices? The you who's been burned before? The you who's trying to prove something? Or the you who's already living your dream life? Let me ask you this. I want you to think about a recent goal or task, something you needed to that was going to transform you, that you had on your goal list, to-do list? What would it be like if you had conversations with the one who's already achieved it, kind of your own internal visual mentor, rather than talking to the version of you that's scared and fearful and frightened? Hey, listen, I'm going to go to the 3 ranks up. I'm going to start my own business. Do you know which version of you is typically the only version you can have a conversation with? It's the version of you, I am royalty. Good morning, my love. When you are having a conversation with yourself about a future goal, do you realize the majority of people have a conversation with the version of them that's feared and failed at every step along the way? What do you think that consulting version, that loud voice of you, is going to suggest to you when you say, this is my new goal? I'm going to build this business. I'm going to create this workout habit. I'm going to do this. What would the future version of you, if you made a decision to be in charge of yourself and you set a new goal, what would happen if the first person you spoke to was the future version of you that already did it? Well, wouldn't this be like falling off a log? Just curious. Just curious. So here's what most people don't realize. You're not making decisions. You, the one who wrote down the goal, the you that's in the present moment, you are not making the decisions. The strategy for your future success, your old identity, is making that decision for you. Do you now understand a little more why strategy is not the success formula for you? State is. State is the future version of you. Strategy is the old version of you. And the reason that most people struggle is because when they ask how, do you know who shows up? The reason that you are not familiar with your own solution, your own how strategy solution, is because you're asking the version of you that has a snowball's chance in Hades of acting on the strategy. Imagine now for just a moment, if you ask the future version of you, the successful version of you, the one that's already completed the task, how do I do this? They would simply say, that's easy. Let me tell you, because it's already done. That's faith, ladies and gentlemen, not fear moving forward. So here's part 2 of this conversation. Here's the second set of questions. You ready? This is the cost of your unconscious decisions. Are you aware that the reason most people struggle, the reason the people who are in your world that struggle? Well, let me ask you this. How many of you have ever said about somebody you know, somebody you care about, oh my God, they're so much better than this. They deserve so much better than this. They have such a bigger heart than this. They have fill in the blank. You gave them accolades and you know they're an absolutely superhuman. And yet they don't. Do you know why? I want you to become aware of this. Because of the unconscious decisions they are making. Now, I could go to a bunch of your friends and ask them about you, and there's a good chance that they would say, oh my God, they're so much better than this. They have so much more skill and talent. I don't know why they're not using it. Because there's unconscious decisions you're making. There's unconscious decisions I'm making, which is why I have conversations with my mentors regularly. So here's the first question. Question 4. What opportunity did you say no to in the past 6 months? because you weren't ready. Was it really about readiness or identity? Were you protecting who you've been because you were afraid of who you'd become? Because you didn't know who you'd become? What opportunity in the past 6 months did you say no to because you weren't ready? Was it really about readiness or identity? Having to grow up, having to give up the easy part of your life. Do you realize that failing is easy? Oh, I didn't say it was fun. Failing is easy. Being in pain is easy. How do I know it's easy? I didn't say you didn't like it. I didn't say you wanted it. Failing is easy. How do I know? 80% of the population do it every single day. We call it procrastinating. We call it self-sabotaging. We call it choosing the safe option. We call it starting strong, fading fast. What pattern keeps showing up in your life no matter how hard you keep trying to change it? What pattern, right? So the previous question is, what opportunity did you say no to in the past 6 months because you weren't ready? Here's the next question. What pattern keeps showing up in your life no matter how hard you attempt to transform it, to change it, to find a new way? Is it procrastination? Is it self-sabotage? Have you ever said, man, I self-sabotage? I just self-sabotage. Dr. Freud to the lobby, Dr. Freud to the lobby, stat. Do you keep choosing the safe option? Do you stand strong and start strong and then fade quickly, kind of like most people's resolutions from January? So what pattern keeps showing up in your life no matter how hard you try to change it? Question six. If you're honest with yourself, what decision have you been avoiding because you're afraid what it says about who you are? I need you to hear the question. It's a big question. What decision have you been avoiding because you're afraid of what it says about who you are? Is it the next rank you haven't attempted to go for, the business you haven't decided to start, the relationship you haven't ended? Oh my gosh. That one, I was in a relationship for 3 years too long. 3 years too long. Because it was easier. It was easier. How about the boundary you haven't set yet? The investment you haven't made yet? If you're honest with yourself, what decision have you been avoiding because you're afraid of what it will say about who you are? Well, are you a person who starts a business and struggles, fails? Are you somebody who goes after a business model of advancement and you don't talk to people, you can't keep people in, you don't have the glue to be able to maintain your community? What does it say about you? The next level business, the next level business decision, business advancement that you're resisting, what would it say about you? First ask that. Hard truth. Every decision you avoid is still, that's it, a decision. You're deciding to stay exactly who you've been. And that identity has an expiration date on your dreams. How many, you know what? People check the dates on their food more than they do on their dreams. That one should go on a t-shirt. How many of you have thrown out food because it said use by and it was 2 months after the use by? It still looks good. And maybe you've used it. Maybe you just threw it out. Do you realize that your dreams have a lot of use by dates that you've put on them so that you can throw them out? 2 more days and I can get rid of that dream. Because its expiration date will have come into existence. Kind of silly, isn't it? Every decision you avoid is. I'm not calling you out, royalty. I love you. She's on YouTube. It's true though, isn't it? Listen, I don't teach this to point a finger at you. I'm pointing 3 fingers back at me. This is all me. This is all me. I'm talking to you from experience, not theory. I can't teach theory. It doesn't come across real. I'm sharing this with you because it's big stuff. It's vulnerable stuff. Most people can't teach from vulnerability because they become too vulnerable. I realize that if I share this with you, the frequency of success has a truer signal because I've lived it. Here's part 3. We'll wrap this up. Who do you need to become? Here's some transformational questions. If you close your eyes and you're not driving or operating a heavy equipment or flying a plane or doing brain surgery, if you can close your eyes, it's December 31st, 2026. You've had the best year of your life. Who did you have to become to create the best 2026? Just if you were to just start, if you opened your eyes and just started writing out, what descriptors would I use? What adjectives would I use? What facts would I use? Would it be healthier, happier, skinnier, stronger, clearer, more boundaries? What would be some of the things you would love to say about yourself, the best version of yourself for 2026? What did that person believe about themselves? Where did you, 2026, December 31st, 2026, you hit every target and then some, because the universe has a way of doing that, bringing you more than you ever thought possible. What do you now believe about yourself? And I can promise you, some of you might get, if you're getting a little, you feel like you want to throw up or you feel sick, drop an S in the chat anywhere. If I'm asking you this question and a part of you is going, ugh. What did that version of you believe about yourself? How did they make decisions differently? How did they make decisions differently? What did they say yes to that scared the bejeebies out of them? This is the person on December 31st, 2026, has hit every target, every milestone, has exceeded your wildest dreams. What did you say yes to in the last year that scared you and still did it anyways? What did you say? Here's the big one. What did you say no to that used to control you? What addiction? Pornography, scrolling, smoking, eating when you shouldn't be, eating bad food, non-healthy food.
This is the next question, Sean.
No, this is all part of if you closed your eyes on December 31st. Yep. Great question. Thank you, Luis. And you had the best year of your life. Who did you have to become to create that year? And these are the sub points. These are the things to help you think about what did you believe about this person now? What is your new beliefs that this person who achieved every goal, what do they now believe? How do they make decisions differently? What did they say yes to that scared the bejeebies out of them? What did you say no to that used to control you? Question number 8. What's one belief about yourself, your future version? What's one belief about yourself in the future version of you've completely released? Here's some examples. What's the belief about yourself that you've just let it go? I'm not good enough. Success isn't for people like me. I always mess up. I'm not the type of person who fills in the blank. Fill in the blank. What's that blank? So what's one major belief about your future version that you got to let go of, that you have right now? What are the things that you say to yourself? What are your excuses? I'm not good enough. Success isn't for people like me. I always mess up. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's a big one. Until it's not a big one. Pick one of them. What's one major one? Don't say all of them. That's your future version, scared version of you saying, just say all of them because that's a good answer. That sounds like a good answer, right? To say all of them. Drop an A in the chat if you said all of them. Because that is your subconscious future self saying, if we give them the best answer, then we have no reason. We're so broken. We have no reason to get better in the future. That's how hideous your subconscious is. Why is your subconscious so mean to you? Because you have programmed it so. Which is why it's very difficult. It's almost impossible. Not saying it's not possible. It's almost impossible in a logical conversation to ever break free. It's always an emotional state that drives us through the breaking point. Always. Always. Guaranteed. Always something of an emotional nature that moves us. Question 9. If you were already that person right now, that future version, that successful version, that most highest income version, that highest healthy version, the best relationship version, whatever it is that you choose, if you were already that version right now, what decision would you make today that you've been putting off? Not someday, today, this moment. What would that version of you do in the next 24 hours? Not the one that started this call, the new version of you, the best version of you, the highest version of you. If you were that person right now, today, what decision would you make in this moment that you've been putting off? And what would that do for you in the next 24 hours? This is where everything changes. You don't become that person after success. You decide to be that person now, and success becomes inevitable. We don't come here to eat Cheerios and hoo-hoos. We come here to do some hard, solid, transformational work. So here's the last couple of questions. After you've made this decision, here's some new framework to think about. Every decision you face, run it through these three questions. Every decision you make, run it through these three questions. You know I love questions of three, right? So first question, this is question 10, if you're numbering them. Am I deciding from fear or faith? That's the big question. Am I deciding from fear or faith? Here's the sub bullets for that question. Fear equals protecting the old version of me. Faith is creating the new version. Am I deciding right now about from a place of fear, protecting my old, or faith, creating the new version of me? Does this decision align? Here's question 11. Does this decision align with whom I'm becoming or confirm who I've been? Oh, snap. Alignment equals growth. Confirmation equals stagnation. Does this decision align with who I'm becoming? Which means you got to have your definite major purpose in place so you know who the heck you're becoming. Or confirm who I've been, which doesn't require a definite major purpose or any decision making or any visualization of your future self, because you're just confirming who you've been. I'm a loser. This always happens to me. That's just why even try? So question 10, am I deciding from fear or faith? Question 11, does this decision align with who I'm becoming? You can underline align, or confirm, underline confirm with who I've been. Question 12, last question. Actually, there's a couple more. Question 12, will my future self thank me for this decision or regret that I played small? Oh, snap. Will my future self thank me for this decision I'm about to make in this moment or regret that I played small again? Thank is the brave choice. Regret is the safe choice. Starting today, before you make any decision, what to eat, whether to speak up at a meeting, whether to invest in yourself, pause and ask these three questions. Your decision will immediately change. Your decisions will immediately change. And in that change, here's the secret. Can I let you know the secret? Drop an S in the chat if you'd like to know the secret I'm about to reveal to you. Starting today, before you make any decision, what to eat, whether to speak up in a meeting, whether to invest in yourself, whether to pause and ask the questions. Ask those three questions. Your decisions will immediately change. Here's the key. Your decisions will change. And the way you use those new decisions, here's the secret, will create the transformation you've looked for. And 2 of you will understand what that means, because that's the only ones that responded. I'm calling you out because this is what happens. You're going to play, you're already not playing by the rules. You've already heard it. I asked for a response and there was no response. This is how your brain holds you back. I'm not going to publicly speak. He knows that I want this. Those are all fascinating excuses. Just saying. So, here's the ultimate question. A year from now, will you wish you started today? Or should you start next month? Your future self is no, keep playing. Start next month. I'll be happy if you start next month. Here's what I know. Every single person who's living the life they want made one decision differently. One decision differently than you're making right now. Everyone I know, everyone I've mentored, everyone I've coached, they made one decision differently than you're making right now. Here it is. They decided to be the person before they had proof. See, most of you are waiting for proof of your success before you actually act successful. They decided to be the person before they had proof. They made success decisions from their future identity, not from their past failures. So here's my invitation to you. The question isn't whether you can do this. The question is who are you deciding to be? Maybe it's time we take another run at the Decision of Self program I created. Maybe. We'll see. Your future self is watching. What are you going to decide today? There you go. Questions, comments, thoughts. Good morning, everybody. What'd you hear? What'd you feel? What'd you aha about in this conversation this morning? Questions, comments, thoughts.
Hey, Sean, good morning.
Good morning, Dakaya.
Um, I think the main thing that I felt was a little nervous for one, and for two, this couldn't have come at a perfect time, especially because it was Tuesday night. I was at my line dancing class, and I got a random, but not random. I guess my signal was emitting strong, and my aunt texted a group chat with my cousins and my sister in it. And she was saying something along the lines of, she was really disappointed in us for not showing up for one another more. And she wanted us to get together. And I was like, ooh, Lord, I'm just going to say yes. I'm just going to say yes before I have a chance to think about it. And then I'll think about it later because one, this already makes me feel nervous. And two, um, I was like, okay, what questions do I need to ask? I was like, okay, who do I need to become to feel comfortable with people I'm related to? And then I just kept going and going and going. And it's that exactly. Who is it that I need to be in the moment of welcoming my family that I haven't seen in a minute. So yeah, anyways, it made me feel nervous. And also too, maybe it was the spicy chicken nuggets, but like I got this pit in my stomach and I was like, oh my God, Takaya, just calm down, please. Anywho, it feels like a war zone. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like a war zone. And I feel a little nervous, but I definitely feel better after you asking that question.
And that's significant because that's how we break free.
Mm,
The version of you that heard the question doesn't
hmm.
have any answer.
No.
The version of you that's 2 months after this meeting and you guys have all started to create relationships, and some of you have better relationships now than others.
Hmm.
Not everybody's gonna, it's not going to be everybody gets popsicles and lollipops and falls in love with each other. There's still going to be, because you're showing up as a different person. What do you think the chances are they're all going to show up as the same people?
Mm,
So you will
okay.
even be more ostracized, or what, you think you're so good, or you, this is so easy for you. It's because they're showing up as the old people, the old versions that didn't meet their cousins. You're showing up as
Mm,
a new version who could have fun with my cousins. They're incredible human beings. Some of them have great information to teach me. Even if it's things I should avoid, they can teach me the things I shouldn't be. They can teach me the things I could be. They can teach
hmm.
me the things I want to be. But if you're just showing up going, well, we just got to do this for Auntie, this is stupid. They're not showing up as the new version. They're showing up as the
Mm,
old version, protecting their identity. So at the end of it, they're like, I told you this wasn't going to work.
okay.
So you get to show up and go, isn't that fascinating?
Yes. And ooh, wow. That does feel that feels a little hmm. Yeah, that feels a little like my stomach is still doing the thing.
Well, that's your sacral chakra down by your belly button.
Yes,
And what
that's
that is
exactly.
that's your love chakra. It's not your heart love. This is about you being loved. And there's a
Mm,
fear that they're not going to love you. You're going to put yourself out there and they're going to step on it, stomp on it. You're going to show and you're just going to get hurt. So that's the part of you, that's the energy, that's the old story of you that, well, if I go there, I'm just going to get hurt. It's impossible for you to get hurt. They cannot hurt you without your permission.
agreed. It's similar to when my great aunt, who actually passed away in August, uh, that one definitely hurt. Um, she used to say a lot, you can't, she said something along the lines of your word, you can only give it away, but nobody can take it from you.
Mhm.
And that's definitely what that reminds me of. You can only allow people to hurt you, and it's not like they can't just like take it and like run away with it, you know? Like it's just kind of you're a participant, so be aware of that. Okay. That definitely does feel better.
Now if you go, imagine,
Yes.
you ever been around an animal that was really scared and you were just loving it, you're talking to it, I love you, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, until eventually you were able to pet it or do something. You ever been around something like that?
Yes.
That's your cousins.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah, see the difference?
yes.
You are going to avoid being in a fight. The
Gotcha.
fight's there. The fear is
Yes.
there.
And that's a part that I feel better aware of, and I just need to remind myself that that people are going through their own decision of being joyful and
Well, they're
addiction
not
to
even going through
approval.
it. That's the problem. They're not even going through
Oh,
it. They're deciding to stay where they're at.
mm,
We give them credit. See, when we're doing the work for when we're doing our own self
okay.
work,
Yes.
credit other people with it as well. They ain't doing it.
Oh, is this the point where we love them where they are?
100%.
Are you ready for the love?
Ta-da.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
See, because they're
Oh.
not ready for your love. And
Ooh.
so if they don't know how to be ready for your love, your exuberance, your excitement, your this, that, or the other, they're like, oh, she's just being that goofy self again. I don't even know why. She just pisses me off.
Yes.
What did I, what, and then we say, what did I do? Oh, well, you're
Mm,
happy. And then self-talk shows up, programming shows up that confirms that every time I was happy as a child, I used to get in trouble. Just sit down and be quiet. Stop being, just be quiet.
mm-hmm.
And we go back to
Yes.
our old patterns. We go back to our default mode network, which is us. You go back to avoiding shame. What this meeting with your cousins is going to be is a shame fest.
And not only that, my sister as well. Ooh, Sean, that's been a main point
Right.
of
But here's the
I
thing.
can
Hang on. Hang on.
understand. Huh?
Don't tell
Hmm.
me, hang on. Don't tell me where you're going. Tell me where you've been. Tell me about how amazing your sister is.
Yes,
Start asking the
exactly.
universe for what you want. Don't tell it what you don't want, because that's the order it gets on the server ticket going. More pain from my sister, more from this, my cousins, more of this from this. Tell me what you want. Don't tell me what you don't want.
Yes.
Either way,
It,
you're going to get it on your karma.
it's a
So I
matter of I
understand.
actually feel really excited to have a happy medium with her and just
So I would
enjoy
start.
her.
So start to write it out. Have you written
Uh,
it out?
no, but I
Once you
will
write it
now.
out, it becomes real.
Okay. Write it out and it becomes real. And you know what, too? I've been,
Imagine driving up to your local fast food restaurant,
mm-hmm,
and you sit in the car and you're like, I want my sister to be good. I want my sister to be good. And all you're doing is having the thought. You're like sweating. You're thinking it so hard. The person on the microphone's going, "Can I take your order?" You're like, I'm not going to say it out loud. I want my sister to be good. I don't want her to be.
mm,
Or you go up
gotcha.
to the thing and say, "Yeah, can I take your order?" Yeah, I don't want my sister to be mean and frustrated and aggravated and agitated. And all they're going is okay, an order of agitation. They don't hear the don't.
Mm-hmm. So is this another version of get out of their ears and into their eyes, but it's really applicable to myself in this moment because I'm the there.
Don't tell me where you've been.
Tell me
Tell
where
me
you're
where you're
going.
going.
Gotcha. Tell me what you want. Like
What you
just
want, what you
spit
want,
it out
what you want.
already.
Don't tell me what you don't want. The song isn't "Don't tell me what you don't want." Don't tell me what you don't want. It's tell me what
It's
you want.
tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
And
Okay.
most people won't make that transition to save their lives. How do I know? Do you know where some of the biggest dreams are in the universe? The most dreams, they're all
In the
combined into
graveyard?
one. Yeah, in a cemetery.
Yeah, you said that one time that it was like one of the best gold mines, and I said, "Yikes."
Yeah, because
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
well, don't leave your gold there. We've heard the thing, don't die with the music inside of you.
Mm.
Don't die
Mm-hmm.
with the gold inside of you.
Ooh, that's serious business.
Well, welcome to the morning show.
Ooh, ooh, that feels
We
like a
don't
breath
play,
of
we
fresh
don't
air.
play, we play for keeps around here. We're not playing. Let's try this.
Amen to that. Ooh, yeah, that feels a lot better.
There you go. And all it was a change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change.
Ah, yes. As I progress, that especially the get out of my ears in this case and get into my own eyes has proven beneficial.
And it's a lot easier to tell others what to do. You should do
Ooh.
that. You should do that. You should do that. And it's the reason it's so easy is because we can see their greatness,
Mm,
and we should them, which makes them not, doesn't give them permission to it, because they now set us in their place as the person who should be telling them what to do. So if you have people telling you what to do, if
uh-huh.
you're constantly asking people for what should I do? What should I do? Tell me what I should do. Tell me what I should do. Tell me what should I do? You will not take on the ownership and the responsibility for yourself. And you will be
Gotcha.
stuck. That is your biggest defense mechanism to stay stuck where you are, is if you
Hmm.
keep asking, what should I do?
Gotcha. I've been
Because
asking
you're going to
more,
do
what
it.
do I want to do? And it does feel really good. And I've been asking that to other people also. It's been an interesting an interesting feat when someone does come and ask me, well,
Mhm.
what should I do? And I'm kind of like, what exactly do you want to do? And I think that's one thing too in my area of work where I'm making a shirt for someone and they're asking, well, what do you think I should do? And it's a simple thing of what do you want to do? Because this is your money. Like we're
Well, the want is still logic. Ask them emotion. What would you like?
Mm,
What would you like to? What would you? How do you want to feel when you put the shirt on?
okay.
And we're
How
like,
do
oh,
you want to feel when you
I'm
put this shirt on?
going to hear this a lot. How would you want to feel when you put the shirt? Well, I never thought about that
Mm,
because they're thinking. You got to get them feeling.
okay. I like that better. What do you want to feel?
No, how? How is
Oh,
she?
how? How?
What makes them have to think?
Okay, how do you want to
What makes
feel?
them have to come up with A, B, C, or D answer? How do you want to feel? You're going to hear them say, "Well, I've never thought about that." Good, great. We're now finally going to have a conversation
Sure.
because your logic is a lot stronger than my emotion. How do I know this? Because I want more for you than you want for you. My emotion says, I want more for you. I know you're so much capable of more. You're having a brilliant, intelligent, high level conversation. And yet, as soon as you get off the phone, your default mode network kicks in. I still got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. Blah, blah. And we go back to our old stories immediately.
I can definitely recognize that for sure.
So that would make me sad. And then the
Mm-hmm.
next conversation we have, I'm already starting in a sad place because I'm not controlling my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a sad conversation and the conversation spirals downhill.
Mm.
So I have to be a jerk and seem unaffected, seem he just constantly keeps telling me the same thing over and over, keeps asking me that stupid question. How does it make you feel? It's aggravating. And so much so that the old story gets so aggravated, it stops showing up.
Mm.
Until
Until one less. Oh, thank you, Sean.
you're welcome. Love it, love it, love it. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, take with yous.
Buenos días, señor John. Si me
Buenos
permite
dias,
hablar,
Luis.
me gustaría expresar algunas palabras por mi boca. How you doing, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. I couldn't connect yesterday. I woke up too late, and I said, "What's wrong?"
Oh, I don't give a rat's ass. Tell me about what you brought. What do you want today?
Well, today I want more success.
Okay,
But I really would like
but you see what
the.
happened? Do you see what happened? You justified not having success today. You took away some of the success today by going, I couldn't connect yesterday because of this, that, and the other. I don't give a rat's ass. I love you. I don't love you any less.
The first three questions, did you give them today, or it was that yesterday?
Oh, it's because you were late.
Uh, do you think I should ask you or get him in the
No, I
chat?
think you should watch the video.
The recording?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
All right, perfect. All of them? Forever?
Yeah, for most of ever. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Hey, today's your day one, jackass.
I think that some of them are like private and then some of them you
No,
upload.
the majority of them are public.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, this is very revealing, and I have to really. I
Yeah.
felt resistance just by hearing and thinking about answering them. I haven't really fully gone down, but
How's that
this
working
is
for you?
very on point. Not too well, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
fix
well,
that.
then I'd offer. So so this is the Kaya. This is how I go through this. Well, how's that working for you? Not good. Well, would you want to change it? Yeah. What would you change? Well, I do this or that or the other. Great. How would that make you feel? Great. If you didn't do it, how would it make you feel? Terrible. Then I do what make you feel good. And I got no ownership. I got nothing. I didn't give you. There's no excuse you can blame on me because none of the answers were mine. The reason
Facts.
people can blame us for their lack is because you give them space, you give them places to hang the blame on you. You can't hang the blame on me. I couldn't connect yesterday. So what? I'm here today. I didn't call you up whining, going, why weren't you here? I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not important.
What's
Tell me where
important
you've
is what moves the
Tell me where
needle.
you've been. Yeah, look at that swallow.
Man.
Crap. I just showed up and got my ass kicked. Yep. Welcome to the show.
That's what I wanted.
Exactly. So yeah, go listen to the recording.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
I love you.
You too.
Hey, AJ.
What's going on, partner?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Outstanding.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
There's something interesting going on.
yeah. You're
You're doing outstanding, which is kind of selfish towards the world when others are going through
Don't
stuff.
give a shit.
Good for you, man. All right. I'm interested to find out if this is going to be a short answer, or will this require some more digging in a more private setting, if you will.
Okay.
Interesting things, plural, that have been going on is that, okay, here's the question. Let me put it this way. This breakthrough I had the other day
Yeah.
that I shared on the
Yeah.
experience. Like that guy, this, yeah. Uh, okay. As there's, I gotta work up to it, boss. All right. This is this is gonna go down. We gotta work up to it.
Got it.
Obviously, there's opposites. I understand, and just like we've been through it already. Take my mom to Dubai, get sick, come back from the States, get sick, blah blah.
Yep.
Anyway, in the past, well, now I didn't get sick, but there's this, there's this anger mixed with rage, mixed with a whole other plethora of other negative emotions that just burst out in the most random moments in time.
Sure. Yep.
I know why it's happening
No, you
because
don't.
it's the opposite.
No, you
What?
don't. If you knew why it was happening, do you want it? Do you want those things to happen?
No.
Then you don't know why it's happening. Don't lie.
Okay, so I don't know what's happening. And the other thing is I'm trying to suppress it. Like I'm trying to be like, don't do that. It still comes out.
Sure.
So that's the question is, how do we not make this breakthrough a breakthrough that's going to be sitting on a shelf,
Sure.
but actually make it rock hard this time
Love
and
it.
kind of stay with me. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay.
Have you said the phrase I told you?
What?
Have you repeated the phrase regularly when these outbursts happen that I told you to say? You have a phrase to say. What's the phrase?
And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I can tell you already don't even love that.
Ah, man, it's because
Here's
yeah.
the thing. So pay attention. So let me let you in on the secret. Here's the secret. If you say I love that and you do, it can no longer harm you. If you say I love that sarcastically, then it knows it controls you, and all it has to do is just show up this little aggravation, and it controls you. And you have not loved that, because that is the next step. That is the next step that is needed for you to have the break free. Because we can keep breaking through the same wall time. Do you ever hit the I guess it's, I don't know, it's the tackling dummy, or the sled. It's called the sled. Do you ever hit
The
the sled?
sled. Oh, yep.
Did the sled change?
No, it's gotten easier over time. The more you hit
It's
it.
gotten easier, but it's gotten almost fun to hit the sled. Did the coach
Oh
stand
yeah,
on the sled?
yeah, definitely. Usually no, because there were some big ass sleds we got.
So what would happen if the coach stood on the sled?
So, no,
How cool is this? The internet is screwing up. This
they
is
wouldn't stand on it. It's going up for me, I think.
yeah. This is cool. This is
F the joint.
So here's the thing. What if you were going to hit the sled and the entire team got onto the sled? Could you move the sled? This sled, you've moved this
Uh,
100 yards. You could push it 50 yards, no problem. The entire team gets on it. Same sled, more weight. Could you move it?
it'll probably bounce back. Yeah,
Yeah. So
definitely.
this is what's happening right now. You're hitting the same sled with all of the weight on it. So what would you, if you wanted to move the sled, you have two choices: move the sled or go after a new target. You're going after the same sled with all this weight on it. Now, if you told the guys, listen, this, I say this, if you said anybody who's going to stand on the sled, I know, just have some fun with me here. Every guy who's standing on the sled, I'm going to kiss you on the lips if you're on there. I hit the sled. And they knew you were serious, that you were going to rip off their helmet and give them a smack them lips on, like, wouldn't they jump off the sled?
Yeah, probably. I mean, some
So,
of them probably.
yes, most of them were. Here's my point.
Yeah.
This is the moment where you say, and I love you. Like, oh, you're just being whatever. And they jump off the sled. This is exactly what's going to happen when you truly say to these feelings, oh my God, this rage, I love that. You literally, literally love it like you love your nieces and nephews. The instant you do that to anything you have, it loses its control over you. Right now, it has control over you because you hate that. You don't love that.
Yeah.
And this is what, this isn't, we're not going to have to talk about business etiquette or world-class conversations or business class conversation or to buy and get sick. You literally have to fall in love with the version of you that is holding you back. Do you ever go to leave your brother's house and your nephew's like, no, Tio, don't go. Uncle, don't go. He's telling you and he's holding on to you.
I usually go home when they're asleep.
Okay, but if they were
So,
awake,
yeah.
they say don't go.
That depends on the day. Sometimes they do,
Right,
sometimes they
but
don't.
see what
Yeah.
listen to my question. Have they ever asked you to stay?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you tell them, I hate you.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I mean,
That's
yeah.
what you're doing to your dreams. That's what you're doing to this rage. You're telling it, I hate you. And it's like, I just need to be stronger then. I need to show up more because I need you to love me.
Yeah, it's real funny that you use that example because the picture I got in my mind this morning was you are the baby of the family as well.
Yep.
Remember back in the day, your brothers, they would tease on you.
No. My
Yeah,
brother.
no. Oh, okay. Well, you were a distinguished gentleman's
Fundamentally.
family.
Exactly.
Distinguished gentleman's family. Well, my brother used to tease me
Yeah, no, they
a
used to
lot
beat
when I was
hell out of
younger.
me.
Exactly. And then the more you say, stop it, you're bothering me, leave me alone, the more they poke you.
Yeah, because
And
they got you.
that's the literal image that I got this morning. The universe trying to poke me like that, and I say, stop it, and it just keeps going like that. I was like, oh, you mother.
And it's got you.
So
If you say,
yeah,
oh, and I love that. And literally, now you can have the frequency. I love that. But you're playing the rap, get out of my face.
yeah,
You have to, this is truly where Bob talked about vibration. When it shows up, now here's the thing, pay attention. This is for everybody. When it's about to start. Now it might be 2 seconds between where it starts and goes to full rage. But there's a moment where you can see the train wreck coming that you refuse to go, well, that's not going to happen now. And then all of a sudden, woo, woo, and you're in full-blown rage.
yes, sir.
So this is where if you're not using your self-talk, man, I love the fact that rage has existed. I know I can use rage. There's moments where I need rage. If Gizmo's whatever coming after me or doing something, and I need to have my rage, which means my adrenaline, which means my strength, and I need to literally lift him by his horns and take him to the ground, I can do that. But if I stay my loving kind, oh, you're ramming me. Ow. Oh, I love that. No, there's certain points where we need to protect ourselves. Donkeys have a tendency to kick. Did you ever hear the phrase kicked like a mule? Man, I was like, he hit me so hard like a kicked mule. That's how they protect themselves. They can kill a coyote with one of their kicks. Our donkeys are little. Their kicks still are not little. So I do my best to pay attention. As much as I love them, as much as I want to be around them, I can't control. I'm not part of their species. And when they get around each other and are wanting to play and kick, that's how they play. They kick in the air. They do not hit each other. They just throw kicks. The fact that I love them both and I love watching them play and I love watching them play together, me getting kicked will still hurt. So I avoid that. You're stepping into the full kick. I wouldn't do that.
Good stuff, huh? That's real interesting.
And so now what happens with this information is, oh my gosh, what a I was playing the patsy. I was Fear's little bitch. Man, I'm so stupid. No, go this. I love this. Say that anytime you want to go negative. I love that. I love that I get to experience this. I can promise you that changed my life. Literally changed my. I love this because you're gonna go. Because the part of you that's going, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say, is not the version of you that wants to exceed. It's the version of you that wants to stay stuck. It's shame. My own thoughts are shaming me. I love that. Oh my God, I love that. You will say, I love that a lot once you start this revelation, this revolution to your new self. Because right now it is fighting tooth and nail. Your old
Oh
story.
man, it's
And you got to start
bringing
saying,
out the.
I love you. You know why I say
Oh yeah,
when we're about to have the tough talk, I love you, right?
yeah, because it's gonna hurt.
Because it's going to hurt. But everyone does that before they do it. I recalibrate them to a place of, oh my God, I love you too. Well, come on, give it to me. Versus
Well, that's true.
me continuing to beat the crap out of you, beat the crap out of you, beat the crap out of you, and then say, oh, and here you thought that was tough. This one's going to really rip you apart. I set the stage. I know what's going to happen in your brain. I know the relationship we have. And this is with everyone I say it to. I love you, right? Yeah, no, I love you, right? And I get them to give that little giggle, that smile, because I've recalibrated their brain to hear the story differently. See, now you're learning the secrets of the science of understanding the brain.
Sure thing. I heard this one guy told me one time. He goes, we were talking about something, and it was a mother challenge. It was a mother type of challenging conversation.
Mhm.
And he goes, I was like, man, your mom's gonna be pissed and whatever. And he goes, my mom doesn't do rage, she does disappointed. It's less wrinkles over time. I was like, okay, but then I think so. Okay, I think I'm not. I am beginning to know
Sure.
now
Yeah.
how it works behind the scenes. Yet I think I know the event that caused the snowball's effect from yesterday, which is that this is for everybody. I'm gonna say it out loud. Okay, this is the most stupidest thing I've done recently. Okay, all y'all know my Beamer's sick. They're fixing it up, right? So I'm switching cars between the rentals, between friends' cars, whatever. So I got this 20-year-old beat up Audi from my mom's boyfriend, and it's a good car. It runs, takes me from point A to point B, no problem. Not really my style, not really the image I'm used to, but it is it is what it is, right? Anyway, I am on the highway yesterday, and I recognize the plate in the car of a guy that used to work with me for like a couple of weeks, and I never saw him since. and I'm never gonna see him again, probably, like ever. And I got so dramatic that he's gonna see me in this beat up car, whatever. And I'm used to pulling up in the whips. You know what I'm trying to say? That I rerouted myself out of the lane into the other lane and lost probably about half an hour of my life for nothing yesterday. That's and then I sat down for a second because I mean it's rush hour. It was like 3:30 p.m. yesterday, Belgrade rush hour. It's extremely difficult. And I additionally lost another 30, 45 minutes because of this most stupidest. I didn't give a shit about this guy, or I thought I didn't, or whatever. And then I just
You
sat down.
didn't. Your vanity version of you got wildly up.
Yeah,
The vanity version of you came up with becoming a new GPS.
yeah. And I was like, you stupid ass. You are so stupid. I started saying it to myself, like out loud in the car. It was like 80 degrees yesterday. I started saying to myself out loud, you stupid idiot. Are you fucking crazy? You freaking. And then, and I picked up my dad and we went for lunch. And I kind of got like calmed down. And then you follow the series of events, and that's what's funny. Because then a guy comes up to pick up a closet of my friend who owns the place, sold it to him. Guy comes alone. He can't take it out because it's a big ass closet. He needs my help. Lose about an hour of my life over there. Oh man, we freaking broke our back while getting the damn thing out. And then also this morning, did some stuff, whatever, right? So it's really interesting. It's really interesting how it happens, and I just wanted to have a conversation with you to understand that suppression is probably going to add to it in a negative way.
And so, what's
So
the phrase
just
you need to say?
I love that.
Yeah, you really convinced me on that one, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I think he's innocent. Yes, you got to really fall in love with it.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, I love that. That a guy I didn't even know. Listen, think of this. So let me say it to you. This is how funny it'll be. A guy you didn't really care about, a guy that you only knew for a short time, caused you to give up an hour of your life simply so, and he probably wouldn't even recognize you. All of these things we assumed, right? What happens when you
crazy.
assume make an ass out of you and me? You gave up an hour. Man, I love that I was so, because here's the neat thing. Imagine how much more you could do if you didn't let this little bitch version of you have control.
I was saying something within those lines, just like PG-18 yesterday to
Mm-hmm.
myself. You.
Sure. And
uh,
what do you think that
yeah.
does? What do you think that language you put out into the universe does to your karmic environment, to your karma environment?
Oh man, it was karmic up
Yeah.
in that car yesterday. Let me tell you that
So
much. It
that's
was
why, and if it has such intensity, if it has a lot of intensity, which usually those karmic moments do, it's got to come back to you faster. So it shows back up as negative again, negative again, negative again, negative again, which is why when things happen, I say, isn't that fascinating? Because I want fascinating to come back into my life. And usually, if I do it with a love intention, it does come back fascinating with more love, more interesting.
stuff we do, huh?
Yeah, we shoot
Crazy.
ourselves in the foot.
And the more you say it, the worse it sounds.
Yeah, and you think, well, I need to get through this. And we keep talking about getting through it rather than falling in love with it. There's nothing to get through if you fall in love with it. Don't you take the worst of people and the best of people if you love them? It's just that's who they are. This is a version of you that's fighting tooth and nail. It's your niece, your nephew trying to say, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just asking you, you can't be, you got to go to bed now. Imagine telling you have to go to bed. You need your rest. There's going to be a day where I need you, and I need you to be fully ready, fully on board. Can I count on you? Oh, yeah. Rather than going, shut up, sit down, shut up, sit down, shut up, sit down, shut up, sit down. Say, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Don't get rid of me. And when we say it like that, it's exactly that. You giggle. Because it
I was
seems
thinking about
so
that.
insane.
Really
Which it
insane.
is. So as soon as we decide to be sane, what is sanity? In love. Love would be sane. Insanity is to be crazy. You had opinions of that you had about other people. At least this guy was on the highway with you. There's arguments you have when the people aren't even in the room. They're not even in the same county as you, the same city as you. And we have arguments about them and with them in our own mind. If somebody's going to take up here's what I do. If somebody's going to take up my mind, they need to pay me for it. If I'm going to have an argument with my brothers, they need to pay me for it. And since I know they're not going to pay me, I don't have the argument. That's poverty.
So you're saying I should reach out to this guy? Yo, send me $50 on my wallet.
Imagine that. Hey, listen, you cost me about $50 worth of time and money, probably $300 worth of time and about $10 worth of gas. Could you send me some money? The hell for?
Yeah.
Well, I see you on the highway and I avoided you like plague. But you listen, you cost me a lot of time and money. Could you send me some compensation? I mean, imagine if you had to have that call. What would he say? Are you freaking crazy? They'd hang up. They wouldn't even dignify it. And you'd be like, that bastard owes me money. Isn't that crazy? So if you start to look at it that way, you, the finance guy, anybody takes up time, how much are you going to charge them? Or imagine if you sent that guy $400. Hey, listen, here's how much you took up. I owe you because you took up this much space of my time. I really thought about you. $400 worth. 500 euros. Here's 500 euros. For what? Well, that's how much time you spent in my brain. You'd be running around.
That guy rent. Yeah.
He rented your brain for an hour. 3 hours, 4 days. How he's rented.
Yeah, man. If I did that, the stash would dry up real quick.
Right. So you got to pay attention. What are you going to pay rent to? Who are you paying rent to in your brain?
Okay.
There you go.
Alrighty.
That's the release, the breath, right?
All right.
So the part of you that when we hang up is going to go, oh, I'm so stupid. I'm stronger than this. And I love that. I love that you showed up. You're going to say that a lot. I promise you. You're going to say that more than you ever thought. You're going to forget how to say it. Because if you ever said something so much, house, about an hour in, you'd be like, is this even what it's supposed to sound like? That's how often you're going to say, and I love that. And I promise you, the second you begin to use that tool, that is the atomic bomb of doubt. That is the nuclear blast of fear. And I love that. Like, it can't be that powerful. You're right. I'm rich. Let's move on. I'm giving you all the best I got. I'm giving you everything I got. Every one of you. I'm giving you this secret over and over and over. I just find it fascinating. You don't want to use it. Until then you go, oh my God, that's so simple. Because once you use that, I can give you the next one. And I've given you the next dozen of them. It just doesn't make sense until you use this one. So there you go.
Guy keeping all of us on a short leash over here. Just spoon feeding us with secrets.
Not be on the leash at all.
Spoon feeding us with a little teaspoon.
It's
secret.
little
Alrighty.
Drop. There you
I'll
go.
go and
Congratulations.
think and feel about that.
Yep. And I love that.
Thank.
And I love that.
Yeah, man, I love it. Sure.
Think about it. You're sitting there. It's a beautiful sunny day. I don't know if it's warm there today. It looks like it might be.
Yes, probably about 65-ish, 70.
Okay, so today, this morning here, it was 3 degrees Celsius.
Fair. Oh, Celsius. Okay. Well, we got about 20 Celsius. So
Yeah. Now it was 20 here 2 days ago, and it'll be 20 2 days from now, but today it's 3.
Oh, an interesting time over there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
30,
loving
38 degrees this morning.
I'm loving the fact that while I was there, the selfish, I know. While I was there, the whole week we got, I mean, it was like 25, 26 degrees every day. No rain, no nothing compared to the first time, right? The first time around was interesting. So that's good. And I think once I left, within like a couple of days, it started raining or so.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. See how funny that worked?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, welcome, welcome. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another day, another conversation. Here's what I would offer you. You are in control. As soon as you make the decision, it's only one decision you got to make. It's not 1,000 decisions you have to make. One decision. And if you make that one decision, you activate your definite major purpose. What is my purpose? And you decide you will work towards your purpose. That is the domino that knocks down all the other dominoes. I wish that for you today. I'm your head brain training. Find the one decision misfit. I'll see y'all where?
At the next event.
Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. We love you, Mark. And some Lydias. Peace.
Boss Lee?
Be with
Is that
us.
the one?
And
Peace be with us.
and the queen of helping you decide faster than you ever thought possible, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss Lee.
Boss Lee, we love you, girl. And a little white fluffy.
Gurgly, gurgly, gurgly.
We love you, Fee. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. We will see you mañana. Bye for now.